AITA for suing my girlfriend after she had my 1967 Impala project taken to the scrapyard? I'll try to keep this short. I had a 1967 Impala 4-door that I bought in February 2019. A couple months ago I bought my first house that had a 2.5 car garage. I moved the car in and started tearing it down for a complete restoration. I had the body in one bay and the chassis in another, plus the whole garage filled with parts. About 2 months ago my girlfriend came to live with me during this whole crisis, and the whole time has hated the car. She wants to park in the garage, but I have 2 acres of land with a lot of nice places to park under shady trees, or hell even in the barn if it has to be inside. I tell her tough luck, it's my house, and it's not like I can just throw it back together real quick. Anyways, I was out of town for a couple days on a business trip for the small local company I work for. When I got back, my girlfriend was all smiles. Making me food all the time, doing all the chores, all that. I thought maybe she just was happy to have me home, but then I realized that I didn't see her car in its usual spot. I asked her where she parked so I could make sure I mow that area and keep it clean, and she said not to worry because she parked in the garage. I asked how and she told me to go check it out. Turns out that while I was gone she hired some people to come over and move everything related to that car, including the drivetrain, body, and chassis and all parts, and take it to the local dump scrapyard. I was absolutely dumbfounded. I had spent over $11,000 on that car, including new parts, services, and the car itself. I told her that I was going to be taking her to court for that, and she brushed me off like I was being dramatic. I told her that it's done between us and to pack her things and leave. I admit I was really angry, but I did end up getting a lawyer, and as I have all the receipts for all that money spent, and I have her on my house's security cam footage, letting the guys in and watching them take it all, I think I can win. Her family and friends are absolutely blowing me up, saying it's just a stupid old piece of junk, and that she cannot pay back all that money I spent, and that I should just let it go. But I have been putting all my time, effort, and money into the car for 1.5 years now, and goddamn it if I am not going to get justice for what she did. Edit. Thank you all so much for the support and awards and everything. I'm glad I have some people on my side. I got a call from her mom about 20 minutes ago, and she told me that I was ruining her daughter's life over a stupid car. I told her she ruined her own life. I've been gathering documentation and stuff, and I'm about to head down to the police station and file a report, as suggested by lots here. Once again, thank you all. Update: went to the police station last night, was told to come back in the morning, just got back and filed an official report against her for grand larceny and grand theft auto. I showed them all the receipts I had for the car and the footage of her letting the guys come and take it, as well as the title for the vehicle in my name. They said they will be in contact with all 3 parties, me, XGF, and junkyard guys, soon, and they will hopefully be able to recover some or all of the car. Just have to wait now. Huge update: they found my goddamn car. The junkyard guys apparently were in the middle of hiding it when the police came to ask them questions. It was on a forklift, and they were gonna put it on top of a pile of cars that was hidden behind more piles of cars. They said it was theirs and they had the title, but obviously didn't have the title for it, and since they matched the VIN on the chassis and body to the VIN on my title, it was obviously mine. I know at least one person there has been arrested. I think he was in the camera footage I talked about earlier, but I don't care if it was the boss or whomever, or even his specific charge. They also told me they would be looking into this specific junkyard for any other vehicles reported stolen. They said they haven't been able to get in contact with my ex just yet, but they're working on it. I'm just so glad they found my car. Luckily I made quite an album of pictures detailing me tearing down the car, and so I can use that to prove what parts they had were mine, so I can hopefully get most or all of it back. Police haven't let me take it back home yet, as they say it is evidence or something, so hopefully I can get it back eventually. Thank you all so much for the support and advice. She's gonna be alright. Sue her ass. Sue her for the cost plus a few extra thousand for the time and money. Have her prosecuted for theft, destruction of private property, and have the guys that came to get it prosecuted for receiving stolen goods. Nail them all to the wall. I mean, I can't blame the guys that came and got it. She told them it was her dad's, and she had lost the title for it and wanted it gone, and they believed her, so it's not their fault they got lied to. How do you have the nerve to do something like that in someone's home? She isn't even your wife. She went too far and I say you dodged a bullet. I wouldn't say I dodged a bullet, more like it hit me in the shoulder instead of the heart. Hurts, but could be a lot worse. Holy shit, definitely not the asshole. That's like your girlfriend selling a dog out from under you while you were on a business trip because she didn't like it. The audacity. If she didn't like it, she could have just ignored it. The most toxic part is that she sees no issue. Your property, your house, she throws it away? And if any judge knows the worth of that car, they would understand suing her for the costs. Let alone the time you spent on IT. That's a hobby, and a damn good one. If she couldn't support you in your project, that probably would have been a red flag for anything you do later on. I think this is all justified. Exactly, it's not just the money he put into it, but all the time he spent working on it too. Women like this are insane. My husband has several old cars. I haven't seen the inside of the garage in 20 years. But he loves his hobby cars and I would never dream of asking him to lose one. I say take her to court. Be sure you sue for replacement cost. The Impalas are getting hard to come by and you may have to pay more than you think. Oh, and congrats on dodging the bullet with that one. If she pulled this crap in the first year. Just think what she would be trying after a couple of kids and 10 years of marriage. Yes. I knew within 2 months of dating of my now husband that in this relationship, my vehicle would probably never park in the garage and I'm still okay with that years later. Yes. My husband has lighting and cameras for projects. He also has an old-ass computer, 70s, he wants to fix after watching a few YouTubers do it. Our second bedroom in our apartment is full of all his army gear. Have I touched the stuff? Yes, because it was a mess and I just organized it. He can find it in there now. Would I sell or destroy any of it? Hell no. This is not something a sane person does. Especially without the other person's knowledge. These are things where you make sure your so knows it's happening and both of you want it. What is with this sub and terrible so's who don't respect their partner's property and passions? Like how the fuck did she expect you act? Oh, yeah, you completely destroyed my passion project while also causing a considerable financial loss. But at least your car is in the garage. Right? It's amazing how they even feel super proud afterwards. Like no, you don't have to thank me, I did it because I knew your 12 billion previous don't you were just lies. Completely, definitely, wholeheartedly NTA. What a horrid human being. What a selfish, ungrateful and disgusting human being. 67 Impala. I want to sue her too. I'm going to sue her for making you have to post this and causing me emotional distress. Is there like a GoFundMe for suing people? Cause I'll contribute. I would file a police report and see if there was any way that you could get her prosecuted. Contact the police immediately and file a report for felonious theft of property. Relationship-wise, this was a gross overstep on her part just to get her way on something minor. Ending the relationship immediately was the right thing to do. Legal-wise, don't destroy something you can't afford to replace. Take her down, let her pay it off over the next few years. Yep, all her family and friends bitching about how she can't afford it. That's what garnishing wages is for. I can make an educated guess as to why it was a 67 Impala, and I am horrified for you. That's straight up theft. If that's how she treats your baby, imagine what else she'll feel free to dispose of. You probably think it has something to do with the show Supernatural, but no. When I was a kid, my grandpa had one all original that he bought new, and when he passed it was sold off, but I loved that car so much I knew I was going to have one someday. He was a 2-door SS with the 327 and 3-speed, but the 4-door is more my cup of tea. On a normal day this would be bad enough, but as a petrol head this really has got my blood boiling. I can only imagine how much this meant to you. I am so sorry this has happened to you. I am so sorry. Is there any way you could get the car back? Potentially some of the parts and stuff, but the body and chassis are for sure gone, either cut up and sold or scrapped by now. Did you file a police report? I've do an in-depth survey of the rest of your house to see if anything else has gone missing. No, but after reading many comments telling me to, I guess I will be tonight. That is fucked up and I can't believe anyone is defending that behavior. I mean, maybe if you were like married for years and that stuff had been sitting around for like 10 years or something, and it was also her house, I could see an argument, but none of that is the case here. I would be livid. Wow, just wow. Yeah, unless she can get it all back somehow she owes you. That's an amazing car. Can you call the scrapyard and get it back? I've been looking for a Winchester car to rebuild myself, and I cannot find any $4.67 Impalas anywhere. Oh my gosh. This is so obviously NTA. Holy crap, what a betrayal. Sue her for it all. So glad you have receipts. You should rephrase the suing my ex-GF. She took something you loved that didn't belong to her and got rid of it because it didn't fit her needs. Absolutely ridiculous. It was your property and your house. All this over a place for her to park. Think about how selfish she is, and hopefully you never get back with her.